You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Bold fans. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt with an update about Sheila Carter, Hope Logan, and the upcoming messy plot they're both about to be part of. Sheila's wicked grin this week when she overheard her husband talking to his ex was a huge red flag that she is about to stir up some big trouble. So let's dive into what exactly Sheila may do to undermine her son's marriage to Steffy Forrester. But first, please click subscribe if you're not already following us. Thank you so much for supporting us. So Brooke Logan came over to Il Giardino to spill Hope Logan's big secret to Daddy Deacon Sharpe. Of course, sneaky Sheila was eavesdropping. I can't say I wouldn't do the same thing, if my husband had an ex-wife dropping by to talk secrets. You never know. And you could almost hear the gears in Sheila's head turning and plotting as she heard everything that Brooke was saying. What was interesting is with the info in hand about Hope's big crush on Finn, we saw Sheila sit down with Deacon after Brooke left, and she tried to pretend like she had been out doing stuff. She wasn't there. And then she subtly tried to get Deacon to come clean and tell her what Brooke shared with him. It was, according to the spoilers, a test of their new marriage. And, well, Deacon didn't pass, at least not yet. Despite Sheila's probing and pointed questions and steering the conversation, Deacon kept his word to Brooke and did not spill the beans about Hope's crush. But I can also see, as his wife, Sheila doesn't like the idea of him keeping secrets with Brooke and probably thinks he should trust her more, and maybe if it was a different secret about Hope, he would have told Sheila. But when it involves Sheila's son, Finn, and might spur his wife, to do something, that changes the context. Because in the same conversation where Sheila was trying to get Deacon to spill, she also was talking about how difficult it is that she can't see Finn because Steffy hates her and is blocking them from being in each other's lives. And I could see Deacon knowingly withholding the information about Hope's crush because he suspects how Sheila might react. She would absolutely encourage Hope and try and ruin Finn and Steffy's marriage. So I don't think Deacon's going to be happy when she does it anyway, because she'll be using his daughter. And he probably thinks that everybody dodged the bullet as long as he keeps that secret and Sheila doesn't find out. So as of now, we know Sheila's got this crucial information and she just needs to figure out how to use it, how to leverage it to accomplish her goal. And the ultimate goal, of course, is for Sheila Carter to have everything she wants, access to her son Finn, and if possible, to her grandson Hayes Finnegan as well. But the primary and sole obstacle in Sheila getting what she wants is Finn's wife, Steffy. And we now have Hope Logan acting as an advocate for Deacon and Sheila, telling people she thinks that the villainess has really changed. Hope even tried to convince Finn to attend the wedding and told him and Steffy and anyone that will listen she thinks Steffy's not treating him right and that he should be allowed to be in his birth mother's life if he wants. And granted, he wound up at the wedding, but only on accident. So not only is Hope the new stepdaughter of scheming Sheila Carter, but she's a low-key cheerleader for her as well. And if you wondered if Hope has a brain tumor, this might be another red flag of some sort of cognitive issue, believing that Sheila Carter has changed her stripes. But that's not Sheila's problem. That's not going to concern her, even if Hope did have a brain tumor. To accomplish what Sheila wants, Hope doesn't even have to wind up with Finn in the end, if you think about it. Sheila just needs Hope to get so close to Finn that it ends his marriage to Steffy Forrester. What's funny is, this is not the kind of threat that Steffy is anticipating from Hope. Steffy does think Hope is a bad influence on Finn for encouraging him to do whatever he wants with regard to Sheila and for believing that Sheila has changed. Then again, to be fair, Sheila has never shot Hope Logan. But even the other day, I think like a week and a half ago or so, when Steffy walked in on Finn and Hope holding hands, Steffi's reaction, although they tried to make it look like, the cliffhanger moment of the show the day before, that she was going to have this jealous reaction, she didn't. She didn't interpret it as any sort of romantic or intimate thing. She just doesn't like Hope in the proximity as Finn, but she doesn't see her as a romantic rival, as that kind of threat to her marriage. Steffy is so confident in herself and her beauty and her appeal to her husband that she doesn't question his fidelity, and he's never given her a reason to. But if she knew what was going on in Hope's lusty little brain, Steffy might change how she thinks about this. I think she'd be angry, not jealous, but angry, just at Hope's, fantasies and her having the nerve to even think about her husband that way, but not jealous, because I think in Steffi's mind that she is better than Hope, So if Sheila can encourage Hope to get closer to Finn and it ends up blowing up his marriage, then Sheila is the big winner in all this. And so here's how I think she can weaponize Hope to blow up Steffi's marriage. Just 5 quick points, a 5-point plan, if you will, I think she could use. Number 1, talk up Hope to Finn. Despite Steffy telling him to stay away, I have little doubt that Finn's going to talk to Sheila again soon, and she can avoid the topic of Steffy and just talk about Hope, how wonderful she is, how kind, forgiving, how beautiful, and just mention how lonely that Hope is. The kind of stuff that Finn's already thinking, but kind of magnified. The second thing, she can talk up Finn to Hope. Sheila can talk to Hope when she drops by about Finn, talk about how handsome he is, how proud she is, how she worries because Steffi's not treating him right, doesn't let him think for himself, is controlling, doesn't appreciate what a wonderful man that he is. The stuff that Hope already thinks about Finn, but intensified and magnified. Next, number 3, she can encourage Hope to follow her heart. Hope does not know Brooke told Deacon about her crush on Finn, so Hope, therefore, has no reason to think Sheila knows. Sheila can then talk to Hope about, I know you're lonely after Thomas and Douglas leaving, and I know that Steffy sent them away, and then she can go into, Hope, I hope you find love again. And if you see a man that's good enough for you, a man you really want, you should follow your heart. She can basically aim Hope at Finn without Hope realizing what she is doing. She could even tell her something blatant, like, you need to find a nice young man like my son Finn, something like that. Number 4, set up a scenario to trap them together. After building up the kindling for a bonfire of emotions and knowing that Hope will just take a little spark to explode into a fireball, she can encourage Finn and Hope to have that spark. She just needs to light the match. Trapping them together somewhere could do it, with nowhere to go and nothing else to do. You don't know what might happen. Sheila could accidentally lock them in like the stockroom at Il Giardino or at Forrester Creations or something like that, or at the hospital, and just see what happens. And the 5th and final thing is Sheila has to make sure Steffy sees it. This is last, but in no way least in terms of this 5-point plan. Sheila Carter would need to make sure Steffy catches Finn with Hope, hopefully in a position that looks compromising. That'd be the best way to blow up their marriage and get Sheila what she wants. And to be clear, everything I'm saying is what I think Sheila Carter's game plan could be. Nothing is set in stone. She might not even make it that far, but I'm betting she is going to try based on what we saw this week on the episodes with her scheming face on, so gleeful to hear what she overheard. I just hope by the time Thomas Forrester is back, he can put a stop to all of this, but we'll just have to wait and see. We're still waiting on his return to air date as well. Hey, if you haven't already, if you're not following us, please reach down, click subscribe. Definitely drop your comments. How do you think Sheila is going to use Hope to get to Finn and wreck his marriage? And come back soon. We are here talking Bold and the Beautiful 7 days a week. And as always, I'm your host, Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.